everybody, welcome on back to Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament. I'm Brosentia, your host. We're currently on the first round of the group stage, trying to get everybody through so that everybody can get their first game. After round 2, we start eliminating players. They generally need to score at least 12 points to move on to round 3. So anybody who took first, you're pretty much guaranteed to make it into round 3 because you will, even if you take 4th on your next match, you will have 12 points total. First place in each round gets 10 points second, 7 points third, 5 points, and fourth 2 points. You know, it is a tournament that takes a little while. We appreciate everybody who is just able to show up like once a month and play a game for us. It's a lot of fun for me to be able to hold this tournament. Now let's go ahead and let Crappy take us away to game number 2. Crappy, where are you going today? The tiger poster. Always good. Always good to have a tiger poster in the game. Yeah. Wait, 9 points? Okay, hey, Corndan is letting us know that they need at least 9 points to move on. Well, in that case, this year it's going to be a little bit easier for them. Very nice. Good. Well, last year was 12 points. This year, 9 points. So it's a little bit easier on y'all. You know, if you don't you read the readme or else? I'm going to go ahead and ignore that comment. It was 9 points last year as well? What? I'm in trouble, everybody. I'm in trouble. Don't let Corndan in. It was 12 points in Kuso 4. Don't let Corndan into the voice chat because he's going to come yell at me. Please welcome on in the other person who's going to be unleashing pain during this next hour. Oh, Time Stalker! Come talk to me, Time Stalker. How you doing? So yeah, they need to score at least 9 points. If you don't come in 4th twice, then you get to move. No. 7. No.
I'm not here to rescue you from your own mistakes.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Okay. So apparently it has been 9 points for years, and I've just forgotten. They need to score at least 9 points to move on to round 3. How many years have I been under the wrong impression? Time Stalker, this is something that happens to me every once in a while, that like my whole reality has been shaped in one way, and then suddenly I get a revelation that either I just recently started doing something dumb or I've been doing it for a long time. Like when I went to my grandmother's funeral, I went and said hello to somebody who I thought was Rachel, and they're like, "Who's Rachel?" I'm like, "You're not Rachel?" You're not doing. They're like, you do not have a cousin named Rachel. And I'm like, what the crap?
I thought doing dumb stuff was your default.
Apparently it is. Like, I've got weird things with memory, where things that I remember for pretty much my entire life tend to not be real, or I'll like forget events that happen. It's weird. And yeah, let me just say that one cousin who is not named Rachel had a blast talking about that. Wait, Zalaxin, Rachel's your cousin? Well, okay, I thought that she was my cousin. Okay, we don't have a Rachel in this next game, though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm glad that last game was something. I remember testing it.
Okay.
And but the current game that we're giving out, are you a fan of the NES, Rosantia?
I love the NES, obviously. I have played a lot of NES games. I feel like it's one of the more approachable game systems when you're wanting to learn a speed run or play a game that you haven't played before. Yeah.
Well, speedrunning this game's going to be kind of hard because it's a shmup.
Okay, kind of? So like Silver Surfer, gotcha.
No. This is actually surprisingly weird.
Okay. Like Silver Surfer.
No, I actually like Silver Surfer. I'm with NPC. It's hard, but I like it.
I like Silver Surfer. It's just too hard.
No, this is The Adventures of Dino Ricky.
Dino Ricky! Yeah, look at the dinosaur trying to bite his toes. Oh, you can't do that. Not on Twitch.tv. They don't let you. Oh my gosh, you cannot even show your shows when you're on Twitch because the creeps come out. Yeah, so Dino Ricky, you're probably getting what you deserved, I gotta be honest here. I don't really know much about this game. I haven't played it at all, so this is new to me as well.
So, this was a suggestion for me to check out by my wife, because she had this game as a kid.
Okay.
And I tried it out, and I had thoughts about this, and then, I wanted to have a GM test it, and the GM's response, I had this as a kid, go for it. So, this is a walking shmup. And
okay.
It's definitely... Oh, hello, Corndan.
Hello, Corndan.
This game is awful.
You did have this game when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna say why it's awful?
Oh, you'll find out why it's awful. It will be self-evident.
Oh yes, very much so.
That's really hopeful. I love when games are able to.
This was bad in the first 30 seconds I was playing it, and then it got worse.
Oh, and then it got worse. Well, that's not great. I mean, that's good for me, not good for you. Well, let me go ahead. Gonna transition on over. We've got our 4 players today. Silvermoon 9000, the Admin Arcvile, Julo Ninja, and Tenmiku here.
Just look at this.
Okay, looking at it. It looks... I've seen better vertical scrolling shooting games, yeah. Wait, I feel like I've played a little bit of this. I'm just reinventing history today, though, so I don't even know. I couldn't tell you.
I don't trust your memories anymore. You thought it was 12 points.
You absolutely shouldn't. Like, don't be disappointed if I don't know something, because I usually, even if I do know something for a little while, if I say something wrong, it's going to happen. It's just how my brain works.
Corndan, you trusted his memory at any point?
Well, no, that's why I run the show and he doesn't.
I actually, like, I would say that, like, if it's for the important things, then, yeah, you can go ahead and not trust me. If it's unimportant things, then it's not as big of a deal. You can trust my flawed memory.
I mean, I will trust his flawed memory on, like, what stupid character ate bread in, like, Les Miserables or something like that.
You know,
you'll remember that.
It wasn't Jean Valjean. He got put in jail. Yeah, I'll go ahead and give random factoids. And I also extended an invitation that if I am wrong about random things, it's fine for people to correct me. As long as you don't, like, lie. If people lie about things when they're trying to correct me, then I get very angry.
We've all heard your Utah facts.
I never called them facts. I didn't call them facts until other people called them Utah facts. Now they're facts.
Those are 100% real facts.
They're 100% Utah. I'm checking right now with the players, by the way, to see if they are ready. Yeah, Corndan, good to have you here. You don't have to stay, but you're welcome to if you would like.
I'll come to stay to talk about.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Pick me out?
No, I like you.
More.
Corndan, you're one of my friends. I'm not kicking you out.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, everybody, I need your prehistoric emotes. Anything that has to deal with dinosaurs, cavemen, muscles, guns, I guess. Anything that's relevant to this, please spam in chat.
Fire.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. The countdown is beginning. Beginning. That's a new word. Okay. As soon as I see movement from the first player, I will start our timer. Otherwise, spam your emotes. Spam. Ooh, pink. Pink's a good color. An appropriate color. I like it.
I hate this game so much.
So the first thing about this game that I want to mention is it has the Fester's Quest problem.
Of existing, gotcha.
Yes.
No, your shots stop if they hit anything else.
That's not too unusual with shoot 'em ups. Like shoot 'em ups where you're on the ground.
Yeah, usually it's the ground. The power ups stop them. Everything stops.
Like weird random pixels stop it.
Huh. Okay, that's not good.
The second thing is you can see that they've picked up power-ups. Any hit you take and you lose your power-ups.
You lose one level of the power.
one level.
Okay. I mean,
Water
it could be worse,
lethal.
but that's still not good.
Yeah.
Dino Riki doesn't know how to swim.
Yes.
Dino Ricky doesn't know how to walk either. Holy crap.
That's also true.
Now, you notice, you have a gap here. You have platforming in this shmup.
That's what you love to see.
It gives you turbo
What?
speed.
Then enemies show up? Why?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why are these Haniwa statues showing up? That is not good.
Now, this is a score attack for the players, so this is not just progress. They are going for the highest score they can. And the other thing about this game, there are no continues.
By the
You
way-
have 3 lives, and then you're back to the start.
Everybody, there is a poll going on for who is going to take the victory. Silver Moon, Admin Arcvile, Julo Ninja, and Tenmiku, please use all of those very useful channel points and vote.
Miku's doing a really good job. The boomerangs are actually a fairly good weapon.
They seem pretty good, yeah.
I like the fire, it does the most damage.
The boomerangs have the better coverage, though.
Yes, the boomerangs have the better coverage, which is nice. Yeah, Tenmiku's about to get to the best part of stage 1, because now we have Yoku platforming in a shmup.
Okay, it's not too bad. I mean, they have this in Frogger.
But Frogger's not a terrible shmup.
And you're
Now,
not,
there
like,
is one
automatically
thing-
walking forward a little bit.
Yeah, there is one thing
yeah.
I've noticed about this, okay? It looks like you can go all the way to the top of the screen, but you can't.
That's not good.
You actually, there's like a barrier about a half an inch at the top of the screen, and if you think you can get up to that part by platforming, you're gonna be wrong and you're gonna stop short.
Okay, let me just say that I do think that one of the sins of this is that in a lot of shoot 'em ups, it makes sense to have your character automatically move with the movement of the screen, but not when there's platforming. That's illegal. You cannot do that. You just cannot.
Now,
Julo Ninja,
Tenmiko picked up a power-up, but I
good
don't
luck.
think they realized what it does yet. They picked up the wings, and the wings are actually nice. Because you can actually hold the jump button and fly for a short period of time.
ooh, okay, that's good. By the way,
It's
yeah,
kind of
question.
like a double jump.
How much information did you give the players?
I told them it was a score attack, and that's all I gave them.
It's a score attack. Well, in that case, everybody, it's going to be really easy. Just look at the top of each screen. You can see who is currently in the lead.
It will save the high
but just
score.
by a bit.
Yes, and it will save the high score upon death. So.
That's great. Wow, you made it super easy for us. Now I can go ahead and look up random facts about this
You're
game.
gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Now I can do what I always
actually
do.
gotten a lot farther than I did in my first few minutes of this. They're really
Show
doing
Ninja
well.
is not that far behind.
Yeah, taking a few extra hits, but honestly, that's fine because there are a lot of power-ups. That's one thing that I think makes it a little bit more forgiving. Because there are so many power-ups, if you do get hit, which you will get hit, you will be able to get back to a fairly decent weapon fairly quickly.
I should also mention, if you pick up the speed power-up, platforming becomes a lot harder.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've noticed that.
You want like one speed power up and that's it.
I refuse to get any. Like, I absolutely refuse to get a speed power
it doesn't speed up the screen. Why? Like, there's no practical reason for it.
There absolutely is. The way I liken it, you've played Gradius, right?
Yeah.
Right, so like one speed power up in Gradius, right, makes it easier to dodge stuff.
Okay, you're right.
Right, and then like there gets to a point in Gradius, if you pick up too many of those, right, like it's the worst.
You're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, like Jello's got a better score already, even though Tenmiku got the first boss.
Yeah, Tenmiku fighting the pterodactyl. Honestly, though, it's not necessarily a bad idea to have a good push distance-wise early on, because there can be end-of-level bonuses. Those can often be pretty significant. Things can be worth more in later levels. You don't really know until you've played this game for a while. And considering that it doesn't seem like there are continues, maybe...
Yeah, there are no continues.
In that case, that is probably fine, you know. Make progress through as many levels as you can, and then start trying to get a high score.
So now, Tenmiku's in stage 2, which we're in an Egyptian type of area kind of thing. At least that's what I looked at it.
It was a 20,000 point... did I say point?
Yes.
20,000 point bonus. Point bonus, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. And if you notice, Tenmiku is having real trouble holding on to power-ups in this stage.
It is, I mean, this game gets real tough real fast.
It's got Gradius syndrome. As soon as you start losing power-ups, it becomes very difficult. Yeah. I think I would agree with you. Gradius would be more of a joy. Oh my gosh, these bats. Too many bats. Too many bats. Too many bats. Go away,
you
bats.
can't get sucked in those holes.
Oh, yep. I imagine. Imagine that's why
the worst part of this stage is coming up. And it's these.
Oh, they're cute,
they shoot
though.
Fire,
oh, the
and
skulls!
As far as I can tell, the fire is a one-hit kill. The only time I got hit by it, it killed me automatically.
Well, yeah. That's not too surprising. I mean, they do look like Quickman lasers.
But yeah, I'm actually really shocked we have someone in stage 2 already.
I'm not too shocked. Tenmiku is really a solid player. Like, all of these players, I recognize pretty much all of the names here. Tenmiku is the one that I would have put points on personally for taking first during the match. Of course, we're still really early on, only 7 minutes into the match.
I'll say this, I didn't get out of stage 1 for 20 minutes, so that's why
How are you supposed to react to anything? It's so fast.
Yeah, that's part of the problem of this one, is that so much just comes at you so quickly, and it's...
Yay, Jilla Ninja on to the pterodactyl boss. Very nice, by the way. Fun fact, pterodactyls aren't dinosaurs? For some people. I don't know. I'm not sure I believe them. Because birds are dinosaurs. Birds are raptors. Isn't a pterodactyl a raptor?
Birds are the cutest raptors.
Yeah, and it also depends on what you mean by dinosaur. Trees can be dinosaurs, right?
No.
No. Oof. And that's gonna be back to the start for Tenmiku.
I mean...
Still, that is a really nice starting score.
I see two definitions: a fossil reptile of the Mesozoic era, or a person or thing that is outdated or has become obsolete because of failure to adapt to changing circumstances, like the definition of a dinosaur. Huh? Who's the dinosaur now?
You.
Oh my gosh, you're not adapting to me. Hey, look at Julo, though. This may be a new high score. Julo may move into the lead here. Very nice.
Yeah, Tenmiku had an 83,000, I think. But I do expect to see a bunch of lead changes as people get used to how the game plays. Now, one of the other hidden power-ups in this game is one that you can see on the demo. Is you get to become really beefy and shoot copies of yourself out. Those are hidden power-ups in the stage too. And that kind of reminded me a little bit of Amagon, where you'd pick up a power-up and suddenly become really beefy.
Okay, so
and the Jillo Ninja hit the fire and insta-death.
Per taxonomy, pterodactyls are not dinosaurs, but I feel like for colloquial reasons it would be fine to call them dinosaurs because they are still reptiles. So I would say that if you want to be scientifically accurate, they're not dinosaurs, but if you want to just be a normal person who doesn't sound like a nerd, you can call them dinosaurs, it's fine. There you go. That's my explanations for whether or not pterodactyls are dinosaurs. Yeah, that was a very good push by Jillo Ninja. 106,000 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. Corndan leaving. He just can't handle the dinosaur conversation. That's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hey, Chazzy, welcome with that raid.
One of my first impressions of this game was that this sprite is too big for the amount of bullets that they put on screen, even with a health bar. Like, this, they throw so many shots at you that it's not reasonable at all.
Yeah, question, is the game auto-fire?
It is not.
Okay, in general for Kusog7ande, we do allow turbo if the players wish to use it, so that was an option. If they are using it, then that is fine. However, if they're not using it, this is going to get tiring really quickly.
Yep.
Honestly, whenever it comes to games like this, when there is, if I'm not playing with turbo, oftentimes what I'll want to do is just keep in mind, you know, when are the points when I can relax and when are the points where I can't. Take breaks whenever you can. But yeah, per our Kusog7ande rules, turbo is always an acceptable option for the players.
That is one thing I did not mention to the players. I wish I'd remembered to.
Definitely shut up! But with that said, it is something that should be listed in the
found
rules.
One of the hidden power-ups. He's beefy now.
Ooh, very nice. Look at those arms. However, beefy when there are no enemies, I'm not sure that's necessarily a help.
I love the shot when you're beefy, though, is you throw out clones of yourself.
Do 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 do.
I am really hoping someone gets to stage 3, though. Stage 3 is where I just went, okay, yeah, no, I'm not getting out of here. Like, stage 1, once you get used to the Yoku section, is fine. Stage 2, I actually think is a little bit easier because you don't have this kind of platforming. But stage 3 is... It was seen in the demo where you're crossing with the undead enemies. You can't hurt any of them. Like, you can cause the small ones to collapse, but you can't get rid of them. And there's another enemy that's actually much worse. But we'll get there, hopefully. That's the other thing I noticed about platforming on this, is that your momentum when you jump, sometimes you're either going too far or too short, and you just slip off the platform you think you're going to land on. And you fall into the water, and so you've just lost one of your 3 lives. Yeah, Cat-Related Pun is pointing out something. Jillo Ninja has found a skip for a good chunk of the platforming in this by walking along a thin ledge of ground, and it's actually really impressive.
Oh yeah,
Because that is helping him get past the a good chunk of the problem of this first stage.
Do. You know what? I feel like because okay, I'm just waiting for some input on some other stuff. Well, here we go. Apparently, fish, pigs, and all the other enemies here. It can be a pretty dang big issue getting past them. Okay, so we are going... I'm going to go ahead and send a ping to the players here, because I do believe that some of the players actually do struggle a little bit with arthritis and such, like specifically in this match, so it's actually really important.
Okay.
If you wish, you are allowed to use auto fire. Just enable it quickly in the emulator. Yep. There we go. So I have let them know. Honestly, it may be worth it may be worth changing over for some people. And in a situation like this, I would rather have people be able to make progress than to be hurt for a long time. Yeah, so everybody who's watching, if there ever is an issue with the game that pops up that it feels like there will be a lot of button presses, you are always allowed in this season of Kusog7ande to use turbo. That is always something that is permitted.
Yeah, I remember my the game that eliminated me from Kuso Forks. We had Peach the Lobster, and that game hurt my hands.
Yeah, that was a little bit trickier because it's DOS. I'm not sure. There may be some ways DOS. To do.
It's the fact that you're not really firing in that. You're jumping the whole time.
I mean,
so
yeah,
it's 3 different button combinations for 3 different jumps.
Well, Julo Ninja currently on the second stage, and look, this is 134,000 points that Julo Ninja has.
Yeah, Julo is really understanding how to get points in this game.
Oh, I love these Quickman lasers. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say Quickman's okay. I complain about him, I complain about the music, but I only complain about it because YouTube decided that I would listen to Quickman 10 times in a row. And that's my only complaint about Quickman.
I don't mind the Quickman lasers, or even like the Mega Man 7 the Turbo lasers. I don't mind those. ROM hackers take it too far, but yeah, that's ROM hackers. They take everything too far.
ROM hackers. By the way, this game was made by Hudson Soft, which a lot of people know. They have been around for quite a while, but some of their early games included Adventure Island, Bonk's Adventure, and you can definitely see some of the influence and some of the exact same sprites from those games in this one. And honestly, you know, why not use the same sprites?
The other thing about getting points is that it does get you extra lives, as Julo Ninja just got one there, so that is going to be very useful. Man, and this game is just not jiving at all with Silver Moon.
Yeah, it happens to some of our players. You know, sometimes some games work better for other I don't know. You know how it is. Everybody has their own weaknesses.
Yeah.
And nobody expects Dino Ricky. This is not a style of game that we've had very often on Kusog7ande. Now, remember, everybody, we are going for high score during this playthrough. So Julo Ninja, even if Julo Ninja doesn't make it as far as other players, which he has, he's definitely in the lead here, he would still be considered in the lead. Oh no, it's a T-Rex! This is a real dinosaur! By all versions, unless you want to count actually existing, because this T-Rex technically did not exist. After all, it's only pink and white, and that's not how dinosaurs were back in any era.
Julo's on stage 3, and this stage was a nightmare for me. You've got enemies coming up from behind, first and foremost, which is a shmup thing, but in this one, they come so fast that it's very hard to avoid getting hit by them.
By the way, I do believe that Admin Arcvile has enabled the auto fire, but this comes with benefits and risks because it looks like there's a bullet limit on your screen. So while this can be a little bit more relaxing, and a little bit more restful for your hands, you still have to deal with only having a certain number of weapons on the screen, and if you have fired all your shots, and yeah, you're in trouble.
Julo ran into exactly the problem that I had with this stage. Those black balls. If you are not fully powered up when they show up, they close in on you and they start taking out all of your HP and your upgrades. Like, if you want to eliminate them and you don't have the fire, you're not going to do it in time before they hit you at least once.
Those black balls are seriously giving me Deadly Tower vibes. For better or for worse, I do not like Deadly Towers. I
love it. People that like Deadly Towers.
I love it, but it's not a good game, like, at all.
Yeah. And if you notice, Julo is losing lives at a extraordinarily fast rate. And this is where I went, okay, this is just silly.
Yeah, level 3 is being extremely cruel. Oh my gosh, the balls just sort of spiral until they get close to you. It's like, you know, back in the day with McDonald's that had the quarter spinning things, you know, you'd slide a quarter down and they'd spin around until they got down to the middle and went and then fell down. That's what those black balls are to me, except like deadly.
Yeah, but that score is at least double any competitor right now, so they are way in the lead.
By the way, I found the game story, I found the manual. You want me to read?
Go for it.
All right, here we go. In prehistoric times, when ancient dinosaurs creatures ruled, the adventures of Dino Ricky began. A courageous and intelligent young man, Dino Ricky is determined to establish mankind's future in this violent age. It looked like vicious for a second, but it's violent. Dino Ricky must explore and fight his way through deserts filled with quicksand, sinking lotus swamps, dark caverns, and deep canyons. As Dino Ricky begins his adventure, he is armed with a shooting weapon that will change and progress from rocks to axes, from axes to boomerangs, from boomerangs to fiery torches by collecting a fist. There are many different items that will help Dino Ricky to increase his strength: meat, life, heart, fly like an eel, a wing, one that will change Dino Ricky to Macho Ricky, the ancient warrior, and many more. Dino Ricky will need all the ancient knowledge and items. There we go. Hyphening up after the I in items, that makes it hard to read. And items you can find before facing the dinosaur bosses: Tyrannosaurus, Pteranodon, Monsterfly, and Giant Cobra. There we go.
Did you mean to sound like a carnival barker?
Yeah, sure. 50 tickets. 50 tickets is all you need in order to get this stuffed rabbit. Come one, come all, Dino Ricky is here to slay the dinosaurs. Better Bob Barker than a carnival barker, though. I gotta say,
Probably.
yeah. Oh, but yeah, you know what? I would say that this game, the biggest issue is that it just gets way too difficult, way too fast. For a game, but then again, this is the NES that we're talking about, and most of the time, games were difficult for a very specific reason. You make them difficult so that, they extend playtime. If you're going to rent this, you don't want to be able to beat it in like an hour and then be like, I just wasted $5.
Yeah, that's
Or $2 or
syndrome.
$1.
Now, if someone manages to get out of stage 3, which I'd be surprised, stage 4 actually comes back to the first stage, just more difficult. Like, it's not the same setup, but it's the same background. Like, you're back in the swamp type stuff.
So right now, it looks like everybody is getting into the game, and honestly, I think letting them know about Turbo being an option here, because it is something that we fully intended to let everybody know. I think most of the players have switched over to that, which is a good idea. If it is, like, you're going to get tired playing a game like this for an hour. It's inevitable. And honestly, the mistakes of Nintendo in the 80s should not be repeated today. So, you know, give them a little bit of a break is what I figure. And, you know, players are always welcome to play it without doing that if they so desire. I actually have thought a lot about this, and there have been a lot of discussions about accessibility issues when it comes to old video games and how there's a lot of speed running dialogue that has to deal with Turbo. And I would say that it just makes sense. Go ahead and make it default. It's okay. Nobody should have damage, like permanent damage, because of Turbo. But if people want to play it and say that they've got to know, like, got to run without using Turbo, they can go ahead and make their own little category specifically saying no Turbo. That's my opinion, man.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things one of the things about this, for me, and especially having run a race group, is accessibility for games is a lot of what I tried to do with that too. Like, especially with the old games, we would do things like enable infinite continues or such, so that people could experience more of the game.
Yeah.
Like, well, you know, because my group was casual. We do a lot of casual races of games, so we wanted people to not get stuck. You know, at least not for lack of needing to go back to the start of the game.
Oh, yeah.
And so, you know, I appreciate accessibility like that too, where it's just like, okay, we're not trying to be the best at it. You know, let people do what they need to do to enjoy the game.
Yeah, let's go ahead and say that for Kusog7ande, the games are bad, but we tend to be good. Or we try to be nice. Well, no, we don't try to be nice particularly. We want you to suffer in the brain. Wait, that's not good either.
We want people to
cry, but not for physical pain. There we go.
It's the game itself, and not the mechanic, and not the not physical torture should be the one causing problems for players.
Yeah, and people should experience this, and if they want to experience it exactly how it came out, that's fine, but we'll go ahead and allow a slightly less painful physically, but possibly the same level emotionally.
Well,
I'm gonna get in trouble. Yeah. Welcome to Kusog7ande, where I say something stupid. This is like 90% of the stream, though. I really, here's the deal. I actually really like a lot of the patterns that the enemies move. Like these skulls, that's such an interesting pattern to go diagonal and then do a little bit of a check mark move and then move sort of up towards the middle. Like that's a very interesting movement. It's just they go way too fast.
Yeah, well, Ascorian's asking a question about Macho Ricky, and it says, does Macho Ricky wear off, or is it till you get hit? As far as I know, it's till you get hit, because I never kept it long enough to know it wears off on its own. I would assume that's what it is, because that's how you lose power-ups in this game.
I love that you get to
hit.
shoot you become a projectile.
Yeah.
I like Macho Ricky. You know what? What
Like I
better
said, like I said
projectile
earlier,
than yourself?
It reminds me of Amagon in a little way, because you're getting this huge macho character from a power-up.
He's more like a crab, though, because only one of his arms is big.
I'm not
Crab
gonna
Ricky.
comment on that one. I could, but I won't.
Okay, yeah, well, I don't know. There's not much to do back in these days. No, you don't have television, you don't have newspapers. What's Ricky gonna do? First, try not to die. Second, probably eat food.
Oh, that is true. It does wear off if you go into the boss fight. That it is not something that carries over into the boss fight.
He could be an arm wrestler. Oh my gosh, have you seen the arms of some arm wrestlers out there? They're scary. And by arms, I mean arm. Have you seen the arm of some pro arm wrestlers?
No, yeah, I don't really pay that much attention to it, but I've...
Well, they're like crabs! They're like freaking crabs!
But this is Adamant's first time in Stage 2. And he's figured out the wings.
Well, yeah, I would say Red Bull gives you wings, but in this case, it's literally a wing that gives you wings. I'm not yar what you eat. Maybe he eats a crab in order to become Macho Ricky.
And Jillo back at the Stage 2 boss.
There are a lot of land squids for this game. I'm not sure I like them. Why are the squids on the land? Why are there pigs? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say there are some very inaccurate chronological issues with this. Anachronisms, you know? Simply put, humans did not coexist with the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs were dead. Second off, neither did literally any of the mammals in here. Third off, neither did skulls. Flying skulls?
Ascorian's talking about Adamant avoiding the diamonds, and yes, on the one hand, it is problematic because this is a score attack, but the thing is that Adamant seems to be dodging diamonds to make sure that he also dodges the enemies and stuff, because that was really a problem with Stage 1 for him. So he's doing so he can make further progress, and I think that's
probably a good idea.
Especially in a stage you're not familiar with, which Adamant is not familiar with the stage at all.
I think that's probably the right move, and when you start learning a stage, you can go ahead and start making improvements to collecting the various points here. Here we go, Julo Ninja fighting the orbs, and even with auto fire, that wasn't fast enough to kill them.
Yep.
How do you deal with them?
You like I said, you want to be fully powered up when you run into them, because the fire does kill them before they reach you. It's the only thing that does it before they reach you.
This is unfair. Oh my gosh, like literally they cannot shoot fast enough with auto fire in order to kill these orbs. It's amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, this is why I said, you know, it's only a 7. It's 6 stages, and then I believe the final boss, but I don't know if there's a stage before the final boss.
Well, with 259,000 points, I believe that is a new high score. Julo making a fantastic push and definitely in the lead. Tenmiku, though, currently fighting this T-Rex. Look at this fella. He looks like his head is detachable. Yeah, one thing as well, I do want to note that the blessings and the curse that come with auto fire is that when you have a limited number of projectiles on the screen, if you're just holding it down, you may not actually be able to hit everything that you want. And as your bullets fly off, the enemies just come closer and closer. When you're using fire, though, that's not really an issue. It's just any of the lower weapons. Boomerang, I think you're probably fine. You're always going to be able to shoot more bullets, but not the axes and certainly not the rocks.
Yeah. One of the nice things about both the boomerangs and the fire is that it doesn't just go straight. It shoots out in multiple directions, so it really helps against the rocks and stuff, because then you are hitting enemies that are coming in at an angle. And Adamant's on the boss of stage 2, and Tenmiku's on stage 3.
Yeah, one thing as well, in order to deal with those spinning circles of death, you can potentially, learn where the health pickups are in order to, take a little bit of damage while you're killing them and then try to keep healing. But unfortunately, it seems like this is a spot where you can end up getting stuck and inevitably taking 2 hits. Tenmiku took 2 hits after dying there.
Yeah, the thing about this is that, the enemies are either tanky or unable to be killed, like the purple zombie things.
Yeah, the purple zombies, you just knock them down, they get back up again. You ain't ever gonna keep them down, you know? So you literally can't kill them?
You can if you get a power-up when you're fully powered up, because that's a bomb on the screen. It's a full screen life.
Okay.
But in this stage, that's rare.
Yeah. Okay, Tenmiku is doing a really good job of dodging enemies right now. Yeah,
Adam moved into second place with that score.
Really? What was the score?
It was 186,000-ish.
Okay. 181,000 for Tenmiku there, and is that a game over? Nope. Last life.
Got one more life.
Tenmiku could move back into second if he can manage to get a few more points. However, with the base weapon, not really hopeful.
Yeah, and especially with enemies that they don't give you anything because they don't die.
They don't die. Yeah, you can't get scores if the enemies don't die. At least in most video games, you can't get score from enemies that don't die. I feel like every time you knock them down, you should be able to get like 100 points. There we go, a little bit of health, 183,000. Tenmiku could possibly get back. Oh, yeah, I feel like everybody's going to have probably 2 more solid attempts to get a high score. But yeah, Tenmiku really trying to play this careful. Which is the only way to play this game. Oh, unfortunately, the orbs. That was... Oh, I thought Tenmiku was dead. Well, okay, there we go. 191! That is a second place. Very nice.
That was a very good last push before dying in the pit. But it seems like they're getting a grasp on the game, which is what I was hoping for.
Yeah. Everybody is really figuring this out. I love it. I
have to wonder if Adamant is trying to avoid boxes because they're trying not to pick up the speed power-ups, but you can at least see what the power-up is before you do it.
Yeah, that's a little bit odd. Honestly, when it comes to a score attack, you should be paying attention to what gives you a good score. And yeah, maybe avoiding the speed power-ups, smart move, but there's no reason to worry about that if you can dodge them.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm the type of person who I'm tempted, okay? Like, whenever there's a chance of me having too much power, this is why the devil never shows up to be like, hey, you want some powers and stuff, want to sign a contract? He knows I would absolutely use that power way too well. But yeah, like simply put, I would absolutely abuse it. Yeah, I would grab every speed upgrade because I just cannot help myself. It is so tempting. Just so everybody knows as well, the current order that we have right now, Julo is in first, Tenmiku second, Adamant Arcvile in the top right in third, and Silver Moon currently in fourth. We're having a big variety. I believe all the players today, though, have played in Kusog7ande's past. Silver Moon had been gone for, I think, a year or two, but she is back and is doing pretty well trying to get through this. But, again, the game works well for some people, and for some people it doesn't. That's just how games go.
Yeah. So, if I was playing in a match like this, I would not be continuing the way Archvile is under 30 minutes. In the fact that he took 2 deaths in stage 1, and you want as many lives as you can get to the later stages. A strategy that I've employed before is just, starting over if you take an early death, and I don't know if that would be something that they would have considered for this.
Oh my gosh, I love this music. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, the music in stage 2 is pretty good. I didn't much care for the music in stage 1.
Yeah, like, it's not perfect, but it's fine.
And it's fine, it's just not... It doesn't hook me the way a lot of stage 1 music is supposed to. Like, your stage 1 is your first impression of the game and of everything about it. If you're in a stage for a long time and you're hearing music you don't like, you're gonna kind of want to turn it off.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. At the same time, there's some games that, like, stage 1 is usually okay, and then stage 2, absolute bop. I really like the games that, like, step up how awesome the music is when you get to a new stage, where it's okay at the beginning and then just better and better and better and better and better and better until you're like, wow, this soundtrack is amazing.
And then there's Back to the Future on the NES, where the music is just awful.
No, it's the same every stage.
Yeah, it's awful.
I mean, you know what you're getting, It's like having oatmeal. Nobody really likes oatmeal, but it's fine.
I like oatmeal.
Well, it's fine. It's very fine. Nobody goes out of their way to get oatmeal specifically, okay? But if somebody gives you oatmeal, you're probably not going to complain too much. You'll be like, yeah, sure, it's fine. I actually didn't have oatmeal until I was an adult. I never had it as a kid. My dad never got it, and I think my mother never got it as well. My father especially hated oatmeal because when he was growing up, his father was like, no kid of mine is going to be eating cold cereal. You'll only have the best warm cereal that we can afford. Oatmeal. And my father hated it because he had oatmeal every day. But yeah, I don't know. It's something weird how different generations are. Like me, personally, I don't really view oatmeal as superior to cold cereals. In fact, it's usually, like, much, much cheaper.
Now look at how that fire is just melting those red or black balls. If you can hold on to it, you can clear those. The problem is holding on to it at this stage.
Yeah, like... But look at Julo Ninja, 307,000 points. Look at all the hearts at the top left. That's 6 hearts.
And 6 lives.
That's a lot of hearts. And a lot of lives.
They are really getting good at this.
Yeah. Okay, so for clarity, I like any oatmeal that has cinnamon. If you put cinnamon in it, I am yours, baby. Okay? I don't really care too much for the maple flavor. I don't know. I've never, like, compared to almost everybody in existence, I don't really care for maple that much. It's fine, but there are things that I would rather have. Julo trying to platform, but this perspective is difficult.
Yep. And now base weapon against the orbs.
Yeah, base weapon against... Well, at the same time, Julo Ninja, look at all those hearts. 4 hearts. Like, it still could be doable to make it to the boss. All of the other players are trying to have a decent push. Ten Miku is really trying to get lots of points early on. That may be a good idea.
That's one that Jolo took up as well, as just trying to get as much point-wise as he could get out of stage 1.
Yeah. Okay, actually, here's my thought on maple. Real maple flavor is very good. However, I am not a fan of cheap imitations, okay? You bring me fake maple syrup, I'm gonna know. Okay? Give me the real maple syrup and you will be one of my favorite people ever. It's just that real maple syrup actually costs quite a bit comparatively. But it's so good. But yeah, give me the flavored corn syrup. Ugh. Gross. You can go ahead and eat your corn syrup, put it in your pocket. Yeah, you're gonna have a syrupy pocket. Gross.
Yeah, and that's the other problem with this stage is you thought the platforming was bad in stage 1. This has really tiny platforming.
I thought you were gonna say no maple syrup. Yeah, the platforming. Well, the thing is, like, perspective in a game like this is not going to be great, but the previous levels you didn't see like fake walls that were coming up out of a pit, so you didn't have like the perspective was a lot easier for your brain to understand. This, like, it feels like you're going to fall into the pit before you do, and when you make the jump over, it feels like even if you do, quote-unquote, make it, at least from your perspective, you don't. I don't know. It's just rough.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and then all of the skulls flying out of Oblivion to come and punish Dino Ricky. Actually, is your name Ricky or Dino Ricky?
It says that it's the Adventures of Dino Ricky, so...
Why would you be named Dino Ricky?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
But yeah.
I don't have one.
This is definitely Gradius Syndrome, though. The lack of power-ups is really making things a lot harder for Jolo.
Honestly, I would be all about Dino... Wait, and it's Ricky with an I, huh? Oh my gosh, I slaughtered this. Whatever. Just ignore the layout. The Adventures of Dino Ricky with an I, not a Y. For some reason, I was thinking of Riker from Star Trek. And honestly, Adventures of Dino Riker, I would play the crap out of that. Just imagine, okay, the plot is Star Trek. Riker has been warped back to 65 million BC and has to get through it. Bam. There's your game.
Poor Adamant. Oh, wow.
Oh, what happened to Adamant?
So Adamant was using the wings to fly over the platforming, got hit while they were over water, and they lost their wings and fell straight into the water.
I've seen that happen a few times. It's great.
Oh, 374,000. Wow, what a score.
So apparently the Japanese title of this game is Shin Jinrui, the new type. I don't know why it's the new type, but apparently this is Shin Jinrui, the new type. So there you go. I mean, maybe the new type is that, you know, he's not just a passive caveman. He's active. He's changing his life. He's coming up, you know, just grew up in a very impoverished cave, you know. Family had very few clams, but one day he's like, I'm gonna go to old New York City and make a name for myself, Papa. I'm gonna go out there, show the world what a star is. I am the new type of man. No more caveman, I am just man. The Dino Man, the Dino Ricky is who I am. And then Dino Ricky went out into the world, just went out to old New York. I mean, I guess it would have been New Amsterdam, you know, New Amsterdam at that point. So went to New Amsterdam, that Dino Ricky, and just, you know, was in all the shows about cavemen.
Yeah, I don't need to hear about your fanfiction, Brossentia.
I was actually gonna look up fanfiction to see if they could explain why he's named Dino Ricky, but I got distracted by making up my own fanfiction, so I saved you, okay? I want you to know that I saved you from the possible nightmares you could be having tonight.
I don't know. With that kind of commentary, you may have caused some nightmares.
That's it. I'm looking up Dino Ricky fanfic.
Well, Adamant's back in stage 2 with two lives. If they want to get the second, this is probably it for them.
I found something in Spanish. I found a Spanish fanfiction about Super Smash Brothers that has Dino Ricky in it.
What?
Okay, what does that mean? Okay. Let me go ahead and let me translate this. I gotta how do I translate this? Google, translate.
Are you sure you want to translate that?
Oh, I want to translate all of this, yeah. Translate to English. Detected. We're moving to English. Taboo left us all trapped in this universe, but let me introduce my team. They are Bill, Bronto, Gooey from Kirby Dream Land 3, Mido, King Deku, Mr. Lope from Big Brain Academy, Dog, Jimmy T, WarioWare Incorporated, Gull from Ager Lad, I don't know what that is, Discoon from the Famic. They literally have a character, the Famicom Disk System. Balloon Fighter
is Lolo. It's the Lolo games. So Gull is one of the enemies.
Gotcha. Okay, is there a synopsis for this? Okay, so I guess that they were just organizing more people to be in Smash Bros. And Dino Ricky got invited. So that was cool. Along with other characters like Frogger, Snake from the video game Snake. The Exterminator from Millipede. Now that is a video game character I never thought needed to be a Smash Bros. Fighter. They brought Coily from Cubert. I don't even like okay, Coily is better than Cubert. If they're gonna bring a Cubert character, Coily's the way to go. Mr. Hot Dog from Burger Time, that's a good character, okay. Princess Tomato from Princess Tomato. This fanfic, as far as I care, is better than Smash Bros. Itself. Why is there Wolf Game & Watch? Was there a wolf version of Mr. Game & Watch? Because if so, this fan... Okay, I don't care, everybody, about your little... Hey, here's my little... who I want to be in Smash Bros. Because this person's got them all. Dino Ricky, you've got Wolf Game & Watch. You've got Coily from Cubert. You've got Mimi from Monkey Ball. You've got Jimmy T from WarioWare, I guess. You've got literally the Famicom Disk System as one of the fighters.
Okay, I think that's gonna be it as far as places go. I don't think Adamant can move into second.
I think you're probably right there. Which, to be fair, this has still been a very good playthrough. And I'd say, you know, let's go ahead and let the players keep going until time is up, because you never know if somebody is suddenly going to have a comeback.
And I feel bad for Silver Moon. I don't think they ever got out of stage 1.
I mean, it still could happen. She's making a push. Yeah, so I think that's actually
of getting up there.
Go on the left. I've seen a few people do that.
Well, no, but not just go on the left, but they're jumping on the train. like when Jilla Ninja's doing it, he's following the little path there. Silverman was jumping on the train. I haven't seen that before.
I love it. I mean, it's really cool what the players can come up with on the fly. By the way, what score did Admin Artvile get to?
I think their best was like 181. We'll probably see it upon the death.
Gotcha.
The high score still remains.
The high score still remains, yeah. So, Linkura is asking if the order is still Julo, Tenmiku, Artvile, and Silver Moon, and yes, that is the order that I would put them in. Yeah. Yeah,
because Tenmiku got to 191. And I don't believe Adamant got above 180.
I would say that Adamant Artvile is a very appropriate name, because Artviles are always adamant, honestly, every time that I've played Doom 2. So to have an especially adamant Artvile is a horrifying thing, terrifying.
Tell says Relax says they had this game as a child and they don't think they ever made it past stage 1. I played this when I was testing it, and I made it past stage 1 a total of 2 times.
How long did you play?
45 minutes.
Okay. Honestly, though, you know, the difference between...
On the first time I got past stage 1, though.
The difference between playing as a kid and as an adult is definitely something to note as well. What's weird, though, is that I find that some games become easier while others become harder. And I'm not really sure why. It's strange.
There are some games where I was really good at them as a kid, and I can't do anything with them now. And there are other games where it's like I couldn't do anything with them before, and now I'm actually making a lot more progress.
Yeah, I as a kid, I thought Rocky and Bullwinkle NES was broken, and then as an adult, I found out it was, but that you can still play it, and I've beaten it. There we go, Julo Ninja through the boss. We've got just a little under a minute and a half. Julo Ninja making a push, trying to get a new personal best. Tenmiku trying as well, but yeah, I just do not think there's enough time unless somebody manages to find some sort of point farming strat that gets a lot of points in a very short amount of time for no good reason, which, if the game is anything like Super Pitfall, it could technically happen.
Unfortunately, I don't believe there are any bonus stages or anything in this, so...
Well, neither were there in Super Pitfall, but if you jump through the right wall, and usually it was the left wall, you could get tons of points super quickly. It was great.
Yeah. So... Yeah. Julo had over 300,000, Tenmiko's at 191, and Adamant was at 187.
Yeah. Like, Julo just blew this out of the park. It has been a very impressive watch. They should honestly feel very good about how they did.
Yeah, one thing Julo is very good at, besides getting a lot of points in the early stages, is not getting hit in the first two stages. They were able to keep the power-ups, so they were able to hit a lot more enemies.
Yeah, very true. Well, everybody, we're going to go ahead and call that time. That's it. We are done with this match. Julo Ninja takes the victory today. Tenmiku, a solid second. Edmund Argyle, a noble third. And Silver Moon, a very enduring fourth place. But, you know, it doesn't matter too much after round one. What they need to do after round two is have a total of 9 points. Silver Moon will have to take at least second place in order to do that. But, you know, everybody still has a chance to make it into the bracket. And let me go ahead and welcome Julo Ninja if he would like to come and chat over to talk. How do you feel the players did?
I think they all did a lot better than I did with it, so that's good.
Yeah. And honestly, one thing about games like this is that it's very easy to feel like you have gotten stuck and just feel very sad about how it went and really frustrated. It looks like... Hello there, Julo Ninja, and congratulations!
Oh, thanks.
You took the victory, and wait, are you for real that you never turned on auto fire?
No, I didn't.
I did. Like, based on how you were shooting at some points. Yeah. Okay, just so everybody knows, everybody is allowed to use auto fire for the games in Kusog7ande. We do permit that. So if you are partway through a game and you feel like the game is going to destroy you, go ahead and take a minute. That's my recommendation. Oh my gosh, that is nuts, though, that you were able to do that. Have you done a lot of mashing in video games before?
Yeah, not for quite so long as that, but I'm decent at mashing. At least a single button.
Apparently. Wow. Yeah, mind you, I used to do speedruns of Fester's Quest, and that game is very special. At least back when I was playing it, it had a heck of a lot of mashing. It was absolutely absurd. Yeah, seeing how you did, though, like, honestly, you got over 300,000 points. I don't think anybody else beat the 200,000 point lair, which is very impressive for how you did. What do you think about this game?
I mean, the jumping is a bit finicky, and I only learned there's a wings power up. I learned that after it was useful.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could have been useful on the jumping in stage 3 where you just fly over the pits.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, why do I have wings? What does this do?
Did you ever find the Mighty Ricky power up?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, Adamant kept finding. There's one in stage 1 and one in stage 2 that you can pick up. I don't know if there was one in stage 3. I didn't see it.
I hope so. Those flying cannonballs are a pest.
Yeah, they are just awful.
Oh yeah.
You have to be fully powered up, or you're almost inevitably going to take damage.
Yeah, I mean, I can just scrape by with the boomerangs, but that's with some hard mashing.
Well, the fun part is you get any of those power-ups and it feels so good, and then you get hit once and all of a sudden it's gone. And so, like, I saw it at least once on Adam's screen where he had the wings power up, was flying over the water, and then an enemy hit him and he fell straight into the water because he no longer had wings.
Oh no.
So it goes. But yeah, I honestly, this game, I feel like the music was pretty fun. It's got issues though for a top-down shooter that, especially the platforming. It was, considering that the game keeps scrolling you, or no, it doesn't scroll you while the train moves. Like any of the jumping on lily pads and such was really frustrating for some of the players. I think that some adapted a little bit better than others, and I felt the frustration there.
Yeah, for sure. Like that, I'm glad I found that just island side that I could walk across to avoid much of it.
Yeah.
But if you're at full speed, you can't use it because you just fall in the water immediately.
Yeah.
You found a strat that I didn't know about by walking up the left side and taking that small little path and then jumping onto one of the late lily pads in stage 1. I never noticed that. And then Silver Moon came up with an even better one because they were just jumping up on the terrain, so they didn't even have to worry about falling in the water from the edge either.
That was pretty good. Yeah. I don't know, like all of you managed to adapt to different situations in unique ways, and that's something that you don't always see in games like this. It was neat.
Yeah.
And, like I was telling Grosentia, like the first two getting used to stage 1. Once you get used to stage 1, stage 2 is kind of a little easier because you're not doing any platforming, and then you get to stage 3, and stage 3 is nightmares.
Oh my gosh, I have no idea. Like, that level is just so hard. With continues, it might be doable, but without continues, that game is going to be a very big challenge to beat. Seriously, great job on making as much progress as you did.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, Julo, anything...
I
go ahead, Time Stalker.
I got a little jealous because I watched Tenmiko and then you get out of stage 1 under 10 minutes, and it's like, it took me 25 to get through stage 1.
Seriously, great job. Is there anything that you need to plug before you take off, Chilo Ninja?
No, nothing to plug. It's
Cool.
a good game to come back to after I missed signing up to ASCU, so...
I'm glad that you're here, maybe you have a strong effort. What's a good word? I don't know. I'm tired.
Strong performance.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Do
that's a
good.
one.
Do good, bubs. All right, we'll see you later, Chilla Ninja. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Bye, Time Stalker.
See you, bro.